Most e-commerce emails look generic in 2026 because they're using same templates, same stock photos, and same predictable layouts. In this video, I'm going to show you how you can use AI to fast-track the entire process while creating stunning images to catch attention from your customers right away. So that being said, let's get straight into it. First, what you want to do is that you want to bring all of the image that you have that you want to use in the email, and you bring that all in one place so you don't have to go to your assets and get all of the images. In my case, I'm going to just bring everything into the Figma so I can see everything all at the same time. From there, you want to take the reference image. Now this is going to make more sense later on the video, but you could have what sort of image you want to have in the email and you don't have it, but you know, like this brand has like this sort of images that I want to copy paste but with my product. So you can literally use different brands product or different whatever the image is, or it could be a background image, and then you just bring it all in one place and then you generate with the proper prompt. So that being said, let's get straight into it. In my case, I'm just going to use Shiseido to make email this time, and I'm going to mainly use this product. And in my mind, I'm probably going to have something like a really strong visual as a hero image of this product. And then because I found something like this, right, I'm probably going to have like a routine, 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, as a routine, because it literally says build your routine. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to include all of this below the hero image to basically increase the average order value. But at the same time, I also want to really express the fact that if I see here in the results section, hold on, let's just make it bigger. It says in 3 days, 99% said skin looks more radiant and texture is smoother. They actually have like a legitimate experiment that they've done to back themselves up, to back their products up. So what I'm gonna do is I kind of want to use this, but the thing is, like, if I just bring this into email, like copy paste it, it is very hard to skim through. You may just see 99%, but you're not gonna have a crystal clear idea. So I'm probably gonna have something like progress bar, so you can just like skim through it very easily, and it's very visually digestible. So that being said, let's get straight into it. So first of all, what I'm gonna do is I'm literally gonna save this image, whatever that is. Yeah, just put it in, and I'm just gonna put it here. And all these other images, I'm also gonna just take a screenshot and just put it in the Figma. So what you have to do is the first step, we just gather all of the images here, and now we take the reference image, which is this flower, and then generate with the prompt. So the prompt here is using the product image I share, design a hyper-realistic visual composition set in a scene or background of my choice, ensure every product appears exactly as provided with no modifications to packaging or details. Ask clarifying questions. First, align on layout, lighting, angle, and mood before generating the final image. Literally copy paste this. Copy paste. Boom. By the way, I'm gonna put this in the description so you don't have to stop the video and hold on, let me just like type it out. No need. So I put the image here and then put this flower image. It honestly doesn't really matter the quality of the reference image. And then in my case, I'm gonna name the flower properly. Camellia. Oh my god, I can never get this right. Camellia japonica. Something like that, right? Yeah, all right. Now let's see. And then if you want, you can just really add like your own unique twist. I want crimson red background, studio lighting, something like that, like this. Now the ChatGPT actually asked me the questions before it generates, and this is the most important part. If you don't let ChatGPT ask you back questions before generating image, ChatGPT will just like randomly create super random image. Sometimes it could literally just be a completely different product with different words, with different little detail part. So make sure you let ChatGPT ask you a question first. 16, and you don't even have to like type it out, just like copy paste if you have the exact one that you actually want. All right, here you go. Now I just answered all the questions. Boom, let's get it. Perfect. Make sure you give a thumbs up so ChatGPT likes you more. Look at this. I'm in love. I'm in love with this. And then you just want to put in your, all right, here you go. There you go, look at that. And the thing is, I would ask ChatGPT to expand it, but in this case, if you use Figma, which you probably should use if you're, creating email design, but you can just like expand. Because in my mind, this is the hero image, right? So it shouldn't really be a landscape. It should be a vertical. So something like that. The thing is, you shouldn't really make this too big, because then I'm pretty sure this AI inside this Figma is not going to be able to imagine how it looks like when it expands too much. So I'm just going to keep it like that. And look at that. And then Yeah, I mean, I already know this is gonna be my hero image, so let's just keep it like that. Okay, this is way too big. It's way too big. Damn, look at that. Look at that. That's nice. Okay. And also, another thing with the skincare brand, I'm probably gonna use, I need to generate a model. So I'm just gonna copy paste this prompt, and then using the product image I share, design a hyper-realistic visual compositions and photo. You can just change up the prompt if you need to. And what I'm gonna do is, in case it doesn't really generate me good model, I'm just going to put a skincare model. Let's see what comes up. All right, that's cool. Yeah, I'm just gonna put it like that. Well, you know what? Because it's a Shiseido, let me just put an Asian model, Asian skincare model. It could literally just be like this. All right, cool. Here you go. The prompt is not perfect, but if it doesn't work, we can just like fix the prompt and then regenerate. But I really think this is gonna like work perfectly fine. Yeah, let me just quickly answer the questions. Damn, perfect. But the only problem here is that the model's head is cut off, so that's my only concern. So what I will do is I will actually put the model is cut off. Make sure you make sure the entire head is between the frame. Perfect. That's what I've been looking for. Boom. Now, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bring this over here, and yeah, I'm gonna start writing copies here. Yeah. And here is the copies. So, by the way, if you want to learn how to create copies that actually convert, check out my previous video. I've actually have like 25-minute video that covered entirely about how to create copies and creating emails. But this time I'm not going to cover everything when it comes to copies, because my major focus was on creating emails and then using AI to generate images. So that being said, let me just quickly put copies together. All right, now I just got the logo. So I'm gonna remove the background, and hold on, why is it slightly cut off? All right, cool. And then obviously press Command and make it, just adjust this accordingly, and press Shift, boom. All right, that is way too big. Yeah, Option H to center it. I think I'm gonna put this as white. So I'm gonna go to Plugins and Color Overlay, and boom, colorize, right? So here, 99%. Okay, I can literally just do, boom, hold on, right, there's 99%. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I kind of want to put this behind the bottle, because this bottle, let me just try. And if I remove the background, ideally I want to cut this bottle out, but it's probably not going to do it. Yeah, it's probably not. Yeah, it doesn't work like this. But what I can do is that I can just cut off the bottle itself by using pen, and then just like that. Crap. All right, now I just cut off this whole thing. So what I am going to do is that fill, right, and then mask it. Oh, crap. Put this, and then come on, boom. Yep, here you go. Then probably like gonna expand this more, a bit more. Yep, and then let it expand. Here you go. Okay, now what I'm gonna do is I'm probably going to, like in my mind, the overall email is gonna lean towards like white color. So I'm gonna make this gradient, and then just put this color as white, and then yeah, put this white as well, but this one is at 0%. Make sure it's 600, so it's the same. Yeah, that is perfect. Yeah. And then I'm gonna have text box saying, just gonna keep the font text box 99%. All right, I'm gonna make this relatively small. All right, perfect. Yeah, it's too big. 20, right? That is still too big. It's the regular, just like that. All right, and then what's the next one? It's the experience of 99%. All right, cool. Experience 99%. And because they actually have, what color is this? Use color picker for Chrome. Color picker, it's just purely black. It's not. Copy this, boom, change the color. You know what, I'm just gonna keep it black. It's really hard to see. Oh, this one's better, yeah. And then rectangle, auto layout. All right, and then make this something like corner radius 5. Yeah, and then make it a stroke. Boom, and then for the background, make sure it's white. Yeah, cool. Experience at 99%. All right, after that, we have progress bar, something like that. And I think this is a new feature, but you can just go glass. No, it's not this. Hold on. You can just remove it. And then go to plugins and liquid glass effect. Boom. Pretty sure you can have like corner radius 500, 200, 100. Yep. And because I made this glass effect, it's not really that obvious. And I kind of want to have an image that's the ceramic dripping from the bottle itself. So when something goes behind this glass effect, it looks more 3D. So I'm gonna use something like this. By the way, I use the exact same method in ChatGPT. So, and then I need a progress bar. So, how should I make the progress bar here? Boom. All right, here you go. That looks perfectly fine. That's really, really good. And then afterwards, we're gonna have a, paste it, put it here. Then that's a black. I'm gonna have, sorry, literally says, have a based on clinical testing. All right, perfect. And then this part, I'm gonna have it, is this purely black? Yeah, it's black. And in this build your routine, I actually wanna have these 4 products as, you know, because it literally says build your routine, and I want to include all these 4 products as some sort of like sequence, so it actually increased the average order value. So let's do this. All right, and next one. Reach, strengthen. All right, that seems perfect to me. And then I'm going to add this shop now here, like that. I'm gonna tidy things up later on, but I just want to have an overall like how things should look like. Yeah, I think this is where the model actually comes in. I think I'm gonna have something like let's make this model, remove the background. I think I'm gonna have a footer around here. Let me just make a footer first already. Boom, something like that. Yeah, and then boom, 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 and then 600, and put the gradient real quick. Yeah. All right, perfect. And then what I'm gonna do here is put a social proof. All right, just like that, just like that. All right, cool. Again, this one I also use a glass liquid, and then I just put the 5-star, and then boom. I think I talked about this in the previous video as well, but footer section is more important than people think, because let's say you're a customer and you actually like this hero image, but then you don't really find this product that great, but you like the brand itself. So you see all this product and you're like, I don't really like this, but I actually want different cleansing product. Then I'm gonna go through footer and find a section, like, or you want different bestsellers, right? All right, cool. Let me just put it like that. All right, perfect. Just put it like that, put beneath. Yeah, perfect. I really like this. I'm gonna spend some time to tidy these things up, but overall, I'm pretty satisfied with this. Yeah, I really like this. Maybe I can come up with a different hero image and then see how it goes. But okay, yeah, okay. All right, guys. I just tried different images with ChatGPT, and then I actually came up with like even better one with like more water drops and stuff. But I didn't really change the overall framework. I did make the CTA button way bigger, and I even put consumer tested on 107 women. And then I actually made more white space because this brand is a prestigious brand. Okay, cool. And I put shadow beneath the product, and then I put also a separate CTA into each product. And then I also changed up some model. But yeah, what do you all think? I'm pretty satisfied with this one. So I just showed you how you can use AI to fast track the entire process. And if you run an e-commerce brand and your emails still look template built, you're probably under monetizing your brand. So if you need help building high converting premium email system for your brand, check out the link below or book a call with me, because I know I can help you out.